on your colored TV screen. Set up for all that I can get, if you know what I mean. Women to the left of me, women to the right. Hey, hey, hey. What's happening, Quarto? What? It's about time. We had to get these out of the way. Get this video going. Get it done. Get it over with. Yeah? You think? I don't know. Hey, well, no need to really say a date. But this is for the prediction vid for the Manny Pacquiao Juan Manuel Marquez fight that's happening on the 12th of November. Yeah, I know I'm doing it a lot of months early. I'm going to do a couple videos a lot of months early just so I can get them out of the way so I have to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? So you know what my prediction is. You know where I'm going with this. You feeling me? Alright, well first I'm going to break down both fighters and then I'll give my prediction at the end. The first one we're going to go with is Manny Pacquiao, who is 53-3-2 with, what is it, 38 knockouts. I don't want to take any away from him. It's one less than Marquez. That's how I know it is. And Marquez has 2 more losses than Pacquiao. So that's kind of how I get around this stuff. Anyway, 5'6.5" tall, 67-inch reach, and you know he's basically the pound-for-pound greatest fighter in the world right now, greatest active fighter in the world right now. And we're looking, started showing the slightest of cracks, but he's still, you know, at the top of his game. When you think about it, he's not facing the absolute best fighters out there, but he's beating everybody that they put in front of him, and that's challenging anyway. You know, it's kind of like Vladimir Klitschko if you think about it. You know, everybody's like, well, this guy is better. Well, I got to beat this guy first. You know, and then he beats him, and they're like, oh, you know, him and Mayweather have been facing that for years now. He's looking to end the naysayers because there's only 2 fighters in the world that people have said, you know, hey Pacquiao, you know, why ain't you fighting him again? Why don't you give him a rematch? You know, one is Juan Manuel Marquez, and the other one is Floyd Mayweather, and he's getting one of them out of the way now. You know, he had with the win and the draw, you know, the close fights with Marquez, due to being this fight's at 144, you know, you got to tip your hat off to Pacquiao. He got what he wanted. You know, he's not fighting him at 135. That's Marquez's wheelhouse. He's fighting him at 144, which is his boathouse. It's 2 different things, man. It's not the same world. At higher weights, speed becomes more prominent, and Pacquiao has carried that weight or that speed up as he's went up in weight. He gets in, he gets out, he catches you with punches you don't see. Ask Mosley. I think he's still, you know, flinching and stuff because he, you know, he thinks he might have saw a fist, but he doesn't know. He has excellent power now, more than he had at the lighter weights, which is actually a rarity. Usually when a fighter steps up in weight, their knockout percentage kind of drops a little bit. They don't really carry the power up with them. You know, they might be a little faster than the guys at the higher weights, but they don't have the power. Pacquiao has both. Just saying. He usually, you know, he's relentless, massive stamina at this weight. He's open for straight shots and counters still. He, when he fights someone, you know, he's fighting someone closer to his size, closer to his speed, you know, and he won't have as much a speed advantage in this as he has enjoyed against, you know, almost statuesque fighters like Margarito and Clottey. So, and he's fighting a fighter that actually has kind of his number a little bit. So, and his fighting style kind of plays into the other one, which is why the other 2 fights were so great. But this is at 144, not at 135 or 130. So let's go over to Juan Manuel Marquez, who is 53-5-1 with 39 knockouts. He's 5'7", 67-inch reach. Too much weight is what he said after the Mayweather fight. He said it was too much weight. He goes, and after the first time I got knocked down, he was hurt by Mayweather. He said he really wasn't hurt the rest of the fight. But that's, you know, lightweight is his land. This isn't his land. And when Mayweather fights you, he just fights you to beat you. He beats you up and lets you know you didn't stand a chance. Mayweather or Pacquiao comes out to devastate you. He comes out to end the fights. He's not in it to go to the end. If he can get you out early, he gets you out early. You know, still kind of shocking with the Mosley fight, but Mosley can take a heck of a punch. As can Marquez. I mean, he's been knocked down numerous times by Pacquiao, and he still gets up, and in fact, he's never been stopped. So, you know, he has that going for him. Mayweather, the Mayweather fight was more of a tune-up for Mayweather. This ain't no tune-up. This is like a revenge kind of deal. This is the chip that's been on, you know, Pacquiao's shoulder for a while now. People have, you know, a majority of the press in their last fight thought Marquez won the fight. So he's going to try his best to erase that chip. At 144, he is slower. He's less effective with his power than he is at 135. He still counterpunches, but it's not as great as it once was due to his weight gain. He is slower when he throws these punches. He's unable to move like he does at lower weights. He might still be able to land because Manny's defense isn't half as good as Mayweather's. Not even close. He has the heart and the will. And he's also, this time, he's had more time to get used to being at the higher weight. Granted, he still only came in at 138 against, was it Leica Ramos? But he looked much better than he did when he came into the fight, pudgy, against Mayweather. So, I mean, he had a year off, basically, to train his body and get used to it, whereas he only had 7 months when he fought Mayweather. So, with that, he looks more fit this time around. That shot he landed against Ramos was a good shot. It was a solid right hand. Caught him right on the chin. I've seen it from a couple different angles, but not all the angles, so I can only say from what I saw, and dude went down like a sack of crap. I guess they wanted him to just drop straight down instead of kind of going backwards and down. You know, back and to the right. Back and to the right. Back and to the right. Conspiracy theories are all around. Granted, Leica Ramos, being left-handed, was supposed to be kind of like the tune-up, but when you're talking one round, you really don't get anything out of that. So, that was the best for him, you know. And now going to the prediction, I believe that at 144, this plays all into Pacquiao's hand. There's nothing to favor for Marquez at 144. If this fight was made at 140, I would call it an even fight, and I would say, this is, get your popcorn ready, let's do this. But because it's at 144, I think Pacquiao's power that has increased is going to do some serious damage to Marquez, because Marquez is not going to be as fast. He's not going to be able to get his counters in like he does at the lighter weights. And as much as I would like to see this fight, you know, be amazingly, you know, back and forth, ebb and flow, the trilogy kind of fight that you want to see, like with what Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti gave us, you know, Castillo, you know, when Castillo and those guys fought. But we're not going to see it. Not in this fight. I have Pacquiao by knockout in the 7th round, and if it goes that long, it's going to be a. This is a Pacquiao. Don't let his smile fool you, man. This dude's all business when it gets in the ring. So there's my prediction. 7th round knockout, Manny Pacquiao. Let the comments, rating, and hopefully subscribing and being my friend begin. You ready? All right. Well, hey, it's a Bigragu. I'm out.